contacted via email, and a gentleman who hadn't been want to get into the sport of airsoft said he'd been in paintball before, but he was an older airsofter. Now, when I say older airsofter, I'm not talking like 30, 40 years old. This gentleman was 67. I'm 64. So that, to me, is an older airsofter. He asked, what precautions should I take as an older airsofter with some injuries so I don't get hurt? Now, I want to put a little caveat on this. That on our airsoft team, we have 5 gentlemen on our team that are 55 or older, 4 of which are 60 to 65. One is 60, 2 are 64, and 1 is 65. So we are an older team, but we also have some younger gentlemen on our team as well. I digress. These are 5 of my recommendations that an older airsofter should have. It's a must-have. Now, we're going to start from the top. No, I'll start from the bottom and work my way up. First thing, a good pair of footwear. Ankle support, good treads, give you good support when you're walking over rocky terrain or slippery terrain. These are given to me by a friend, and I'm like, they are incredible. And I'll show this as an example. This is laced up. All I have to do is unzip this on the side and slip my foot out. Put it back on, I slip my foot in, situate this correctly, zip it up, put the Velcro over the top so the zipper don't come down. These are excellent boots. A must when you're walking on rocky terrain. I see a lot of kids wearing sneakers or low-cut shoes, and I'm like, that just doesn't cut it. You're walking on a limb or something like that, and you just twist real quick. You can hurt your foot really quick. Okay? Walking on slippery rocks, stuff like that. You want to have some good footwear. So this is my first recommendation. Moving up. Knee pads. But supportive knee pads. These particular ones are tough built ones. They've got a split in the middle so they can bend. They're gel filled insert. These support under the knee and over the top of the knee. Okay, so when I put these on, as for my experience, I can wear these all day, and I can kneel, I can do everything, and I'm going all day on these. If I didn't have these on, my knees would start to kill me about halfway through the day. I wore these for an 8-hour op. I felt great. Took the knee pads off, I could hardly walk. But they kept me going all day. So a supportive knee pad is my number 2. Number 3, gloves. Now, I know what some people are going to say, oh, gloves, they don't matter, this and that. But I'm talking about armored gloves. Something with protection, good protection, over your fingers. Not just knuckles, but on your fingers. These particular ones are from like Wolf Tactical. I did a review on these once before. These are padded, double leather here on the inside. And they are armored over the wrist, the back of the hand, and over the last 3 fingers. Now, the index finger and the thumb is only partially covered, but if you think about it, when you have this in the gun, this is on in the trigger well, and this one might be on the side or covered up or whatever. It's very hard. If you're going to get hit from the side with this, it's going to be to the back of the hand of these fingers. Same thing with this hand. When it's out, you're gripping the gun. This one might get nailed in that, but most often it's the lower fingers. So having some kind of armor-protected gloves is essential. Now, I will be giving links in the description for all the stuff that I'm mentioning in this video. Another pair of gloves that I wore are from Wrap 4. They're completely armored, all the fingers, including the thumb. The problem with them, they're kind of big to get into the trigger well to try to press the trigger for a paintball gun where you have a big trigger and you can double fan it or whatever. That's fine. But those particular gloves, although I like them, they protect my fingers, they're very cold. It's like a hard plastic. These are incredibly warm. They're tight. They have a little texture on the thumb and the first 2 fingers, so you can like grip something and hold it good. So these are my recommendation. Some kind of armored glove. That's number 3. Number 4. Some kind of great face protection and goggle setup together. Now, you want to go to the pinnacle, go Di-5. But as an airsofter, you want to have some way to put that gun against your cheek so you get a good cheek weld. This is why I go with a setup something similar to this. This is a Pyramex, and I don't know the exact model, but I'll put the link in the description. But it's a rebrand of a Valken. It's a thermal, dual-pane thermal lens. And I have a OneTigris mask that is zip-tied in different spots around it. This version of OneTigris mask, though, is a female teenager version, they call it, because it has a smaller footprint here on the side. I like this one because it actually fits on the mask a little bit better, and it seems to go a little tighter to my face. What's nice about this, too, is if you have your weapon in your one hand, all right, you need to put this on, I can put it on with one hand. Now, what I've done, though, is I've kept the OneTigris, as you can see the OneTigris logo here, holder on here, and I actually attached it to the goggles, took off the strap off the goggles, and I'm using the OneTigris to hold this. Very good, keeps it tight against my face, but not too tight, got a lot of ways to adjust it. It's very nice. I don't want to be losing teeth, I don't want to be getting pockmarked in my face, and these are great. I have not fogged with these in the heat and the cold. What I have a problem with, even in the cold, is sweat. If I sweat, there is some condensation at the bottom of these goggles. But that's neither here nor there. They actually are working fantastic for me. So that's my number 4. Number 5, and this is an optional one, a helmet. I know some people say, oh, I don't wear a helmet, I just wear a ball cap and I'm fine. One guy wears a ball cap with an ERB insert in it. That's fine too. But I was a ref for years. I got shot in the ear. Matter of fact, I got shot in my right ear. In my ear. Put me down on the ground. You know, inner ear, busted the whole 9 yards. It was bad. So for me, having like a helmet on with ear protection is essential. And the mask folds right in underneath the ear protection, so I'm totally covered all the way around. This particular helmet has a built-in fan that I put in. Battery pack on the back with a switch. It even has a little nozzle thing here that sticks down in the front in case I want to force some air into my goggles if it's a real humid day. But as having a helmet on for those shots when you're getting hit in the head, as an older person, I don't heal as fast anymore. So getting shot in the forehead or getting shot in the top of the head or the side of the head, I bleed pretty easy, and that stuff don't heal that quick. So these are my 5 recommendations for an older player, okay? I think the first 4 are essential that you should have, okay? Now, some people will argue about the mask. You can buy a Di-5 and total coverage and you're good to go. Okay, that's fine. Can't wear a helmet with that, or maybe you can, I'm not sure. But the Di-5 mask, or even the JT Airsoft one for paintball, are very nice. They have the ear flaps, they have the higher coverage, you can get the little piece that goes above your forehead so that you don't take forehead shots. That might be all you need. But the helmet, the optional 5th thing is the helmet. I think it's actually worth it. The first time you get whacked in the head up close by somebody, you'll say, geez, I should get a helmet. So I hope this helped older airsofters out there that might be watching this video. As always, I hope you guys got something out of the video, and I hope you have a nice day, and stay safe out there.
I like it!
I'm just here to have fun.